Welcome! My name's Katie with Bike and Bend, and I am just mid-bike ride, and I'm here to do some bending with you. We're going to dig deep into our hips today. So come down in a space that's comfortable. We are going to be a little bit on our knees, so if you want, maybe have a towel nearby, a jacket, something to provide some comfort, or maybe you find a nice, lovely area full with lichen and moss that you can get down on. I also recommend, if you've got pretty tight hips, to have a prop nearby. I'm going to use my helmet today. If you've got maybe a rock you can set yourself up next to, or a yoga block, or a book or something, wherever you are, have something nearby to support you. We're going to come onto all fours to start. So place your hands out in front of you, underneath your shoulders, step back, have your knees underneath your hips. Again, this is where you might want to have something underneath your knees to support you. And let's just start by connecting our breath to our movement. So a couple cat-cows. Inhale, lift through the heart center, lift through the tailbone. Exhale, curl, tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin to the chest, press the upper back away. Inhale, draw those shoulders down, lift through the heart, lift through the tailbone. Exhale, curl, tuck the tailbone, chin to chest, press the mat away, really broaden through the upper back. Inhaling, rising. And exhaling, curling. Move with your breath. Let the breath start and the movement follow. Just creating some mobility through that spine, increasing our breath capacity here. Couple more times. Really nice. Let's come back to center. Find that neutral spine. We're going to add on a little bit here. We're going to extend our right leg behind us long. And now notice, if you lift that hip up, draw it down so our hips are level. You could rest a book or something, a cup of water here on your low back, and it wouldn't tip over. So we're nice and strong. Our glutes are gently engaged. We're pressing out through that right leg. Now you can stay here if that's enough balance for you today. If you'd like an extra challenge, you can add on the left arm, reaching it forward. We're going to inhale here, reach and extend. Exhale, we're going to curl, tuck the chin, round the back, maybe draw elbow to knee or forehead to knee. Inhaling, extending nice and long. Exhale, curl. Press the mat away, really broaden here. Inhaling, extending, create space. Exhale, move into that space. One more time, big inhale. Big exhale, draw it in. Last inhale, extend to stay. Stay here if you like for challenge. Extra challenge, open the arm and leg up. It's a little awkward airplane pose here. We're challenging our core, so press the mat away. Slight tuck of the tailbone, hug the low belly in. Breathe. One more full breath. I know it's challenging, bring it all down. Let's sink it back, child's pose. Knees can be wide or knees can be together, whatever feels comfortable. Spread the arms out and bring the forehead down. Breathe. You can shake, wiggle, wobble here. Whatever feels good. Just settle here for one more deep breath. And then slowly come back up to center. We're going to do this movement on the other side. And if this bothered your wrists, you can come down and do it from your elbows, of course. Work in a way that works for your body. We're going to extend the left leg long this time. And once again, if that hip is opening up, draw it down here. We want to create some stability here. Lengthen the back side of the body. And if you like, add on the right arm, reaching those fingertips forward. Your face is soft, your jaw's relaxed. Big inhale, reach, extend. Exhale, curl. Tuck the chin, press the mat away. Inhaling, extending. Exhaling, curling. Press the mat away. Or the earth, or the moss, or the floor. Move with your breath. One more. Inhaling, extending to stay. Stay here if you like, or open it up. Arm out, leg out. Challenge your core, challenge your balance. Find some ease here in the pose. Relax your face. One more breath. And bring it back down. One more child's pose here in between. This time, if you like, bring your hands behind you. This will help to relax through the fronts of the shoulders. You can rest the cheek or the forehead. Really soften here through the fronts of the shoulders. Take another deep breath. And slowly bring it back up. Make sure you don't have a chunk of moss on your forehead like I did last time I did this. And then bring your hands out below in front of your shoulders or just underneath your shoulders. One more time, we're going to extend our right leg behind us. Now this is an optional add-on. If you like here, if you want to try, if you feel open, you're going to take a bend through that right leg. You're going to press that leg up towards the ceiling. And then you're going to extend your left arm out in front of you. You're going to open your left arm up to the outside. Thumb points up. You're going to grab the outside edge of that right foot if you can. If not, you're just reaching. Wherever you are, if you've got the foot, you're going to press the foot into the hand. Lift up through the heart center. Press the earth away with that right hand. And breathe. Maybe you can kick that foot into the hand a little bit higher. Or if you've not got your foot, that's okay. Still press it higher. Use your core here to stabilize. One more breath. Big front side opening here. And then slowly lower down. Other side. Left hand roots down. Extend that left leg long behind you. Breathe. Find your balance. Bend through that left leg. Kick that left foot up towards the sky. You're going to feel that glute activate here. That's a good thing. Extend the right arm in front. Thumb points up. Extend that right arm out towards the side. And then if you can, if it's there, grab the outside edge of that right foot. And one side might be tighter than the other, and that's okay. If you've got any injuries here through the shoulder or any pain, you're going to want to let go and just reach and breathe. Pressing that floor away. You're not sinking into that shoulder. Strong and stable through the front body here. Breathe deep. One more full breath. Nice job. Bring it down. Bring those hands down. This time, sink it back onto your heels. Have a seat here, sitting on your heels. If you're in bare feet, this is a really good stretch to tuck your toes and work those tiny little muscles in the feet. Rolling your shoulders up, back, and down, forward and back. Let's just take a nice big inhale. Bring those arms up overhead. Bring the palms together. Exhale, bring them down. Couple more times. Big inhale, open up wide, gaze up. Palms to touch. Exhale, down through heart center. One more time. Big sun breath. Inhale up. Exhale down. Very nice. Now you can bring your hands out in front of you. You're going to bring your left foot forward. So we're coming into a low lunge, and this is where you might want to bring your prop towards you. So once your left leg is in front, you're going to start to walk that right leg, the back leg back. And now you're resting more on the front of your knee rather than on your kneecap. You might want to place a blanket, a towel, a jersey underneath that knee. Settling into a low lunge here right now to start. Take a couple deep breaths. You're going to place your hands onto that prop if you need to. We're going to straighten the front leg, sink our hips back. If you've got the mobility, you might place one hand on either side of the leg. If not, or if you've got two props, do that. Find a way where you can find some balance here. We're going to flow with our breath. So we're going to take a big inhale. We're going to lift through our heart center. Our toe is pointed. We're going to exhale, tuck our chin and flex our foot, drawing that left hip back. Inhale, lift through the heart, point through the toe. Exhale, tuck the chin, flex the foot, draw that left hip back. Inhaling, lifting, pointing. And exhale, flexing, curling. Left hip draws back. One more time. Inhale, lift and point. And exhale, tuck the chin and flex. Left hip comes back. Beautiful. Relax your shoulders. Now this is where you get to choose where you want to stay for a few breaths. When the foot is flexed and the chin is tucked, this gets a little bit more into the piriformis nerve, actually, that runs alongside the back of that leg. So it feels more intense when we tuck our chin and flex our foot. So you can stay there, or if you want to get more into the hamstring, just point the foot and lift through the chest. And remember, use that block. Help yourself find some ease in the posture. So we're strong, but we're loose here. Just like in biking, we're steady, strong, but loose. We're relaxed in the shoulders. We're soft in the face. Breathing deep here. Try to relax as much as you can. Use your breath. Notice if that left hip is creeping forward. Draw it back, keeping our hips in line. One more deep breath here. Really nice. We're going to start to bend that front knee. You might move your prop a little bit forward if you need it. If you don't, bring your hands behind the prop. And you're going to bring that front foot back just a little bit. You want the knee stacked over top of the ankle here or around there. And again, we're going to maybe lengthen that back leg a little bit more. We're coming into a low lunge here. We're just going to find a little bit of movement here side to side. See how that right hip feels. See how much hip flexors we've been using here. Breathe deep. Again, really important that we can try to relax as much as possible. So if you need that prop, use it. Relax your shoulders. And if you have the mobility, come down to your forearms. If that feels good, and if it doesn't, of course, back off. Staying here if you like, or if you like, you'll turn those left toes out and you'll open this knee up, and you can place your left hand, shake the moss off, place your left hand onto the knee and open up through the chest, and just get a little bit of more opening into that left hip as well as the right side. And if it feels good to you, you can kind of open up through the heart center, broaden through the chest, and breathe here. You can stay on that right hand, or you can drop down to that right forearm. Lots of options. Pick your line, and then breathe deep. Now, because I know you mountain bikers like line choices, if you want to, you can stay here. If you need an optional A line, you're going to take a bend through that back leg. You're going to open up that left arm, reach back, and maybe you might just be right there knowing your feet are close but not quite within grasp, and that's okay. You can stay right there, or perhaps you can reach the top of the foot and you're going to groan and moan a little bit here. I hope you are, because I am. That right quad, it's going to feel very alive here from all of the climbing you've been doing. So breathe very slowly and deeply wherever you are. Try to soften the face, the jaw. Notice if you're clenching your teeth. A couple deep breaths here. Last breath. Relax, release, soften. And slowly let go. Come back to center. Come up onto your hands. Send that left leg is back. If you have it in you, we're going to find just one little down dog in between sides. So lifting those legs up, straightening the legs. Press your chest between your hands. And if that downward dog doesn't feel good, you can sink into child's pose. Whatever you need here, a couple breaths in between sides. And then we're going to all drop down to our knees. We're going to come back seated on our heels, and we're going to do that hip lunge flow on the other side. So step the right foot forward this time. Lengthen long through the left leg. Remember, we're trying to aim for on top of just in front of the knee, not on the kneecap. If you need that prop, bring it back in. And then we're going to straighten that front leg. We're going to inhale, lift through the chest, point through that right toe. Exhale, tuck the chin, draw the toe towards your shin. Inhale, lift through the chest, point through the toe. Exhale, curl. Inhaling, lifting. And exhaling, curling. Drawing that right hip back as you do so. You'll notice as soon as you pull that right hip back, it's going to intensify. You're moving into alignment and you're getting into that piriformis nerve. So if you suffer from sciatica, this is a really great movement to incorporate into your day. One more time. And this is where you get to choose whether you settle in to that hamstring stretch with the toe pointed, maybe your chest coming down, reaching forward, or whether you flex that foot and tuck your chin, curling your head down and sinking more into the right side of that hip. Breathe deep. Beautiful. Last breath. Relaxing your shoulders, your face. And then bend that front knee, bring it on forward for that low lunge. Again, use your prop if you like. If you don't need it, move it out of the way. Bring that knee around above the ankle. And we're going to breathe deep here. We're trying to soften as much as possible. So you might be gripping into that right hip. Relax it. Let go. Soften into the front of the left hip. Breathe. Relax your shoulders. Again, lots of options here if you want to stay high on your hands or on your block or down to your elbows. If you want, you can turn the right toes out, opening that hip up a little bit. So now we're getting into the inside of that right hip as well as the front of the left hip flexor. You can place the right hand onto that knee. You can open yourselves up, whether you're on your elbow or on your hand. Breathe deep. And of course, that A-line option is always there. If you like, bend the back knee. Work within your limits, your range. If this is safe for you to do so, you don't feel any pain, then maybe you reach for the foot, reaching for the outside of the foot. The thumb is up. The thumb is up, keeps our shoulder open. And then open up your chest. Perhaps it's raining on your face too, and you can just breathe in that fresh air and be truly here in the moment. With all the sensations. Let's do 2 more deep breaths here. Very nice. Slowly releasing, letting go. Coming back to center. We're going to send that right leg back. I'm going to have to rein it in here because it's raining pretty hard. So we're going to settle into child's pose. And we're going to finish our practice here in child's pose today. Maybe just sway your hips side to side. Notice how one side feels compared towards the other. And if you like, you can bring those hands back as we did before, relaxing the fronts of the shoulders and settle into your space. Maybe relaxing your forehead or chin and really allow yourself to just let go here. Softening, releasing from your feet, your calves, your quads and hamstrings, your hips, your shoulders, hands, arms, face, jaw, space in between your eyebrows is soft. Fully letting go. Breathing deep. Stay here as long as you like, or you can flip onto your back and rest in your Shavasana, your corpse pose. And I wish you many happy trails. Namaste. Sure there's no moss on my face.